This is from DJ.
DJ?
Another nonsense internet debate.
Okay.
Hi, guys. I've been seeing this trend this week, and I figured I'd post the question.
Is this the gorilla one?
Who would win in a fight, 100 men or a gorilla? I feel like this shouldn't even be a conversation, but like Mos Eisley, the internet is a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Very good. It's a good reference. Well, what do they think it is?
Doesn't say.
I think 100 men could beat a gorilla.
Do the 100 men have any weapons?
I would doubt it, but tactics,
sure,
communication. Gorillas also gas really quickly.
I was going to say, yeah, they tire out very quickly.
And I knew this before this debate was even.
But what you need to factor in here is that
cowards.
Well, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah,
cowards, and also you have to factor in that if you're one of the first couple of guys, you're dead.
Absolutely.
Like, it's also the assumption here. My assumption here is that the gorilla's riled up.
Yeah.
Right. And all the men are surrounding.
Yeah.
All people.
Yeah.
Are surrounding the gorilla. Yeah, gorillas tire out very quickly, but also like how you kill in that gorilla. Because your strongest punch.
No,
Jane,
it would have to be.
Will do nothing to a gorilla.
It would have to be sheer weight and gouging and like just a wave of
price
people.
gouging.
Yeah, price gouging.
So he can't even afford his bananas.
No, it would have to be like that. If you would have to kill the gorilla, like you're all fighting for your life. So I think at a certain point, like your survival instincts would kick in.
Okay,
and 100 people could beat a gorilla. Yes, if it was 10 gorillas, no, absolutely not. But maybe even 5 people couldn't kill. But 1, I would say so. Just sheer volume.
I agree.
And it depends, like, 100, what kind of men? What are we talking about? Is it, like, average-sized men? Is it a range of, like, men of different ages?
Great point.
Like, that depends, too.
I think it would have to be the age range of how Mr. Beast arranges people. You know, when he's we put 100 people.
We put 100 people, 1 years old to 100 years old.
That's right. That's what we're doing. 100 people, 1 year old to 100-year-old.
Yeah, no, I think a gorilla.
Better odds for the gorilla there.
The gorilla would probably survive that, I'd imagine. But yeah, but they're also bearing in mind, like, it would be a massacre.
Yeah.
Gorillas are, like, the strength of a gorilla is insane.
Yeah.
I would love somebody, and somebody's probably already done it, to run a simulation of this. Like, program people, you know, with very basic, you know, problem-solving skills and a gorilla, and just see what happens.
Would you like Mr. Beast to do it for real, though?
I would like him to be one of the 100 if he's
terrific.
going to do it, and all of his dumb mates.
Sure.
But who would feed all the starving Africans if Mr. Beast was torn in half by a gorilla? Who would help 100 people with seeing eye dogs? Who would do that?
That's a really good point, isn't it?
What about 100 seeing eye dogs versus a gorilla?
I think they'd be friends.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Do you think the men would be riled up?
I think they'd be afraid.
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the first person to attack a gorilla.
Well, I think that's what you've got to factor in as well. Like,
but it would eventually kick off. Like, it would have to kick off at some point. And if everybody's very slowly, like, chipping away at the gorilla.
What is their incentive, though?
Survival. Because they're not going to sit there and let a gorilla, like, smash a head in one.
No, I mean, that's true. But also, like, I think 99% of people in this situation, especially when that first guy gets his head pulled off, are just going to run.
Yeah. I mean, to where?
I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Are you imagining a zoo enclosure?
I'm imagining like a big white warehouse.
Okay, right.
So you can really see the blood.
I guess I imagined just an open
field,
like the jungle.
Okay.
At which point I'd be like, well, the first guy will get torn to shreds, and then everybody will run, and then the gorilla will just tire itself out.
Yeah.
And that's not a victory for the men.
No,
You're
right.
That's a.
There are a variety of factors at play here.
It's a victory of the sleepy time man. Who sends everybody to sleep.
There's a great game. It's called Ape Out, about an ape escaping a facility, and it's also set to jazz music whenever you kill somebody.
Yeah.
That might give you an example of what will happen. A gorilla massacre, basically.
Yeah. Cool.
But honestly, I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know.
I was expecting you to know.
Depends on the men. Depends on the gorilla. Depends on the setting. It depends on a bunch of stuff. But yeah.
But I think we've defended it. We've definitively.
What about 100 podcasters versus a gorilla?
Depends whether
Joe Rogan's in there.
Yeah, he'd first to die, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah. It would depend on what's. Is it an even spread of normal podcasters and people who've been podcasting since they were small children?
Oh, okay.
Because they would die.
Yeah.
I think the normal ones like us would run.
I would definitely run.
Yeah.